Hey there, air signs. Let's get into your spiritual guidance and healing over the next 7 to 10 days. Have you seen the weekly astrology, the first part of the reading? If you have, great, because it all ties up. If you haven't, I do advise you check it. It's a big week, and also the weekly forecast. The way I do it very simple, but it just helps you understand the different days, and you can always revert back to it. The energies, there is very heavy earth energies again this week, all right? But we are in a mutable sign as well. So I do advise, if you have the time, to check where you have the top placements, check them out, and also check the signs that I mentioned are very heavy during this week. Sometimes it can be all 4 elements that you get a good picture on what resonates for you. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. I wasn't going to take the bottom of the deck, but I got called to it. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it seems like a cycle is closing and a new one is opening. Now, we did have the Grand Fixed Cross, which I spoke about in astrology, and I said it will affect energies until the end of the month. And with this, it means Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo energies are quite heavy, and Leo definitely. And that's why I say, like, for example, fire will be maybe relevant for you, earth might be relevant, but definitely Leo is very strong, and the fixed energies are very strong. So I want to get some more cards, see how we're doing, see what work we need to do. There is a bit of an angst feeling. There is a bit of a angst feeling, but also maybe a bit of a burnout. A burnout where I also feel it at the back of my throat, like maybe you've been not tired of talking, but you've been so angst and worked up. I don't know if it's Judgment, 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords. There is definitely something that's weighing heavy on your mind, all right? And it could be to do with people that are close to you. For some of you, it's really about a soulmate or a relationship. Some of you, it's going to be about your circle of friends, social situation, work project, anxiety. You're working yourself up. You're not able to see clearly. You're just very anxious. And I think there's a need for emotional releasing here. I think you're very much, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're very much in your mind at this moment in time. And that could be stopping you from tapping into sort of not just your heart, but getting out of the mental cycle and tapping into your inner being as well as your heart. Judgment is saying that a fair outlook and a fair decision will come of this. So the advice we get to at the end, you'll be able to see clearly what you need to do and the steps you need to take, and that will be related. There is a bit of inner child healing here that needs to happen, connecting to your inner child. It's kind of releasing here. See, you're unmotivated, nothing's speaking to your heart. Why is my nose running? My nose has just suddenly started running. Why? So there is a need for emotional cleansing and not only being in your mental space. It's kind of like you're in this mental cycle, okay? And it's really where you cannot make sense or get over something. When you try to walk away, you come back and it's all still the same. So look at that Knight of Swords, is still the same, and it's very fast paced, it's very logic, it's very face forward. It's something to do with your relationships, your work, your relationship. You're in your head, you're anxious about it, and there's a lot of angst, all right? There could be drama around this. Let's see what comes out. There's a lot of, if you see, there is Cups energy, but one is very superficial, okay? It's not really truly tapping into your heart. You need to tap into your heart to balance this. I want one of these cards. There's like the mind versus the heart because of the anxiety. And I feel that anxiety is also making some of you feel quite overwhelmed and just blocked at your throat as well. Where maybe also some of you might have some asthma, and it might have been triggered during this time, sinus problems due to this stress of so much in your head, trying to find the answer. And your heart has the answer, and faith. You know, look, it's saying have faith, right? But there's also wisdom around this. And to see clearly, you need to tap into your heart and your third eye. Okay, you need to get out of your mind a little bit, all right? Grounding is probably needed during this time. Really touch base with your inner being. Get in touch with your inner self so that you can release the emotional side of it, okay? Service. Service is about where we're offering service to others, where, you know, we're getting into our heart and we're being kind, where we can sort of give out a smile, whatever it is, we do so, and then it comes back to us, but not doing it for karmic reasons. We're doing it because we can do it, and what comes back to us is that we feel also fulfilled. And if you look at it, it's acts of service. It's connecting to your sacral as well. So getting out your mental head, getting more in touch with your body, connecting more to something where you can give more creativity. Just get out of this frame, whatever it is. Maybe it's a work project, social situation, relationship. And every time you try to go away and come back, it's still there, and it's because you're in your head about it. I'm not sure what it is. Remember I said about emotional release, emotional cleansing, releasing. Release the thoughts that you've got in your head. If you look at him or her, they're holding kind of the side of their ears. They're like, I can't take no more. And I think you need to do that. You need to really release and not be so much in your head. It's a grey card. It's also connected to the head. Your mind is confused, and that's where I really feel they're holding their ears. Remember I said about you try to go into sort of isolation, walk away, and then you come back, but it's still the same. And that's also a throat chakra card. So there we've got some of the chakras that you need to you also need to go into isolation to tap into your heart, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so that you're out of your mind and in your heart. I know I'm repeating this, but it's very strongly coming through. I don't know if some of you are eating an apple or something about an apple. That's really random. That's separate. That's not about your inner healing, but there might be something about an apple or a situation that there was an apple, or an apple, something about an apple's come for someone. There's growth here, and that's where the cycle is saying there is growth, okay? And grounding is needed. And don't be holding on to something that needs to go. The cycle ending. Breaking the cycle with the Wheel of Fortune to step into a new cycle. you know, you need to, there's something about going with the flow as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, please. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like going with the flow, you know, like seahorses or a turtle, which is quite tapped into the divine feminine. And when we get into our mental space, we've lost that trust and flow into the divine feminine. And a turtle or a seahorse just goes with the waves. It's water, it's flowing, it's going with the waves. And turtles actually, I don't know about seahorses, about grandmother energy. So you might have felt like your grandmother ancestors are coming through. There's a lot of gentleness and care from your ancestors and spirit. Oh my God. Wow. Sea turtle, protection as well. The main thing is about protection. What I was going to say is your gentleness from your spirit team. You saw me shuffling and I was already talking about turtles. So it's a double confirmation of your reading. If you've not been paying attention, now you can pay attention. Sea turtle, protection. You're the master of finding life's flow. We were saying about flowing with the waves. Be in harmony with the rhythm. Your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And with it saying about protection, that's where I believe your spirit team has said, giving you gentleness, your ancestors. It could be a grandmother figure. And patience is needed. Allow yourself to drop into your heart and soul. You're actually growing during this time, okay? And the apple is coming back to me. What is the apple a symbol of for you? If some of you are tempted by something and you're not sure about it, I don't think that that thing is as you see it. That's someone's message there. So be careful. Allow yourself to drop into your heart. Growth is happening. So be patient with yourself. Your ancestors are on your side. Learn about you and the solution to the situation is going to come through for you. You don't have to fight for your value or worth, air signs. And that's what I think you have been trying to do, okay? Some of you have been trying to do that, and some of you have actually felt like you've had to compete for your worth. Did we get this in your last reading? Allow yourself to drop into the heart. You don't have to fight, prove that you're valuable, you're worth. Let that go, because that's causing you the conflict. Loon, intuitive. The loon is the kind of duck that has, you know, it looks like that. I don't know why I'm describing it and not showing it to you, okay? So we don't see it so often, depending where you are in the world, actually. And it's also saying, listen to your soul. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition. You have the knowledge. Emerge from the busy life and seek solitude. Recognize the unique and that you are loved. You are unique and loved. It's exactly what we're saying before I pulled the card. Your value and worth is not determined on trying to compete on what people see. You don't have to. You know, you're going to have victory and you're going to have growth. You don't have to do things in a certain way for that. And you don't have to do things in a certain way to feel protected. You don't have to do things in a certain way where you're always in your mind and fighting with your mind, or in a certain way to feel loved. Let it go. And so you're not held back. If anyone wants to be in competition with you or keeps dragging you in that energy, walk away. Step into solitude, walk away, ground yourself. And I really feel like there's an Ace of Cups coming in for you, all right? There is a major, I think there might also be the star, the sun. There is a new emotional beginning that takes you out of this mental anguish and also out of competing. Six of Wands, recognition. So you get the recognition without trying to prove your worth, your value. It's a new emotional beginning. It's knowing that you're worth it. You don't need to compete. You don't need to be in your mind. You honor yourself. Your advice is to honor yourself, man or woman. You don't need to be in sort of your mental space and prove your value, compete. Step away from drama. Step away from sadness. What you are not, you don't need to be. So just be you. I think I said about being authentically you as well in a few of your readings. It's coming in a different direction. Say bye to drama. Say bye to sadness. Say bye to sadness. And say bye to assumptions, you know. Say bye to the assumptions and just step away. Step away, air signs. You know, that's what's your main reading, and I love it. We're so connected. I mean, the animals we got and the confirmation of the cards we got as I was channeling and going through are just amazing. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please do like and subscribe. 1717 on the clock. If you see that number, it's important for you, okay? Confirmation of your reading. Your reading is very much in sync. I really feel you've got past loved ones, your spirit team on your side. What am I doing with that card? And I will see you in the next reading. If you're joining us for the next elemental sign, stay on board.